This is the third module on the rice mapping in Bhutan, and in this module we'll look at the Sentinel-1 pre-processing and exporting or downloading of the images. So the learning objective of this module is understanding the backend on what's going on, how those scripts are being used, and where you can change and put your own data sets into the module. So for this module we'll use this script 0.sentinel1_download.js, and this script will help you generate a monthly mosaic of Sentinel-1 ascending and descending images, and then this script will help you export these monthly composite one at a time. So with this script you can generate 1 month at a time, which I'll show next. So if you go over here, let me minimize this and go to the script 0.sentinel1_download, and if you run this script, so it takes some time but it should run. And if you go over in Bhutan, I'm not sure if I've added anything here, but what's going on is it's importing the main script, and then we have these Sentinel-1 data sets that we getting from the Earth engine. We're filtering our VV by VV and VH polarization band, looking at the descending orbit path. So this is the Sentinel-1 descending, and this is the Sentinel-1 ascending. And then the input needed block is the block where you'd make any kind of changes. So here we're looking at the months from April to October. That's the months that we've determined based on our study as the growing season for overall Bhutan. So we're gonna generate the monthly composite of each of these months. So we'll start with month April. This is for 2020, so particular work will just use 1 month at a time, and then we'll export them. So the base module, which imports the util module, goes and looks this function called as the time period selector. The time period selector would then, based on the month list and the year list, will grab the images on those specified time. And then the Sentinel-1 correction is the module that we talked about in our earlier video, is where most of those pre-processing for the terrain correction and speckle filter is done. So we can go actually and look at so if you look at what are the functions that are exposed, the exposed functions are radiometric terrain correction and then the defined least speckle filter. So radiometric terrain correction, it just calls another function called the radiometric terrain correction, which is internal to this module. It basically performs the radiometric terrain correction. So that is the script that this particular file 0.sentinel1download uses. So once it performs terrain correction, it selects VVVH, it puts in the start and the end date to those images, and then it exports the results. So when you run this, you should see your tags highlighted. So if you go here, you'd be able to see your month and the year exports over here. So these are the monthly mosaic of these image for that particular month. So it's just gonna go and But before you can run that, you should make sure that you organize your folder structure correctly. So for that, if you go to assets, you should see the cloud assets that you created, the cloud project. So now you can create a home folder there. That would be your traditional usage, but yeah, we're just gonna use the legacy user for now. So I'm just gonna call this my username. You can call whatever you want. That's my username. So if you create that, you'd see another legacy assets. So you can use legacy assets for free. You can also use the Earth Engine assets. We should also take care of the export path over here. So if you go to your assets, you'll see projects ee-ss- button. The assets is where it ends, so you need a folder that's named as sentinel1 underscore images. So you can do that by doing new folder images, and then the way it's set up is you'll have to create an image collection inside that folder. That image collection will be named as sentinel1 ascending and the year that you're trying to export. So same with the descending node. Okay, so now you can go ahead and run these tasks. Let them run, and if you also needed to export for other months, so you can go and change your month list now and then just start running. So you can repeat the same process.